Recording in progress.
All right. Greetings, 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 family, friends, and the world. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Sabbath day? And I'm glad we have a beautiful family in today with us today. Today is what we call January 24th, 2026. This is January 24th, 2026. And this is Sabbath Assembly of the Righteous. This is the Sabbath, which is the Assembly of the Righteous. When we come together on the Sabbath day, doing as the Creator said, when we come together to assemble on the Sabbath to speak the word of Yah, the voice of Yah from the scriptures today. First, we start off with the commandment. We gave prayer in part one. We did the commandments. We shared why we have prophets. And then we go on. Today we're in the it's called Solomon's Wisdom and Solomon Wisdom and I keep getting prosperity. Solomon's Wisdom and Prosperity. This is where we at right now. And we just come out of part one. Part one, we started with 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1 through 27. That was verse 1 through 27, where David started to school his son, give him information, and share certain things that was needed in order for Solomon to carry things out from where he was. And if y'all go to part one, y'all gonna find out it's a lot of stuff that's going on today. A lot of stuff going on today. And I was sharing how your past will come up and get you. And y'all have to go to part one. So I just gave you a little synopsis to understand what I share according to scripture up to where we are today. So now we're at 1 Kings, still in chapter 2, but we're at verse 28. And this here is where Joab is put to death. And this is the heading of that, starting at verse 28. So I paused it right here because we was in almost practically 2 hours, if not 2 hours, in part one. So now we get ready to start off with part two. And again, this whole lesson today is Solomon's wisdom and I keep saying and prosperity. Solomon's wisdom and prosperity. That's one of my headings there. So I just went ahead and put that in there. And Solomon has taken over from his father's stead at this point. Now we're at this is 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 28. This is 1 Kings, for all that may be just coming in. We're at 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 28. Boy, a lot just came out. I want to do more of a recap, but I just did. We're going to start straight at 28 and go on through. Y'all need to go check part one. Check it out. It was very good. But other than that, before I go on and get started, I'd like to thank the family for being here today. My baby Joanne, Miss Joe, is here. She came in first. Then I think Julia came in right after, but then she left out and came back. Then my brother Cass came in. Brother Cass came in, and then my brother G1 came in to join us. And right now, my brother Barack has made it in with us. As we can see, he's American School of Y'all can see it when y'all go to the full. Y'all can see it. I couldn't say the last part. Symptometry?
Right.
Symptometry.
Right. Eating scientific.
Exactly. American School of Symptometry. I just wanted to make sure I'm looking at it, but I want to make sure I say it correct. And I'm not a good, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a good speller, so I read the way I see it. Symptometry. But other than that, right here, we at verse 28. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 28, and the heading is Job put to death. Then tidings came to Joab. After Eli I really want to share it. Verse 27 says, so Solomon thrust out Abiathar, verse 27, we go right into 28. So Solomon thrust out Abiathar from being priest unto Yah, that he might fulfill, and this is why I'm going over this, and I'm going to give this to y'all to go and check it out, but I'm going to give it to you right now as a bonus, just for you to know, since we're starting here. That he might fulfill the word of Yah, which he spake concerning the house of Eli in Shiloh. And you'll find that in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 27 to 36. This is where the Creator sent a young prophet to talk to Eli, because Eli didn't check his sons. And this is the curse. I call that the curse of Eli upon him and his house. So you'll find that in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 27 through 36. Now, Joab is put to death. Then, verse 28. Then tidings came unto Joab, for Joab had turned after Adoniah though he turned not after Absalom. Both, like I tell y'all, both of them was brothers. Adoniah and Absalom was brothers through the same seed and the same womb. They came from the same seed of David through the womb of Hagitha. And by them being like that, their spirits was of the same. Absalom took the kingdom from David because of David's punishment, because of what he did by taking Bathsheba. By taking Bathsheba from Uriah. That was to happen, but people didn't know about it. But the whole thing is, Absalom did that. So then Adoniah just stood up and said, I'm going to be king, after David was in his position of getting real cold and not being able to stand as king no more, to be a man on the throne. So on this situation, that's the reason why it said right here, then tidings came to Joab. Tidings meaning word. Tidings mean, you heard something. Tidings came to Joab, for Joab hath turned after Adoniah, though he turned not after Absalom, because he killed Absalom when David told him, be kind unto him. He disrespected David in many different ways. He honored David, but he disrespected him and did what he wanted to do. And Joab fled unto the tabernacle of Yah, and caught hold of the horns of the altar. And it was told King Solomon that Joab was fled unto the tabernacle of Yah, and behold, he is by the altar. Then Solomon sent Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, saying, go fall upon him. And Benaiah came to the tabernacle. And I'm going to tell you why he said that. Came to the tabernacle of Yah and said unto him, thus said the king, come forth. And he said, nay, but I will die here. And Benaiah brought the king's word again, saying, thus said Joab. And thus he answered me. And the king said unto him, do as he said. You see that? Do as he said, and fall upon him and bury him. Now, like I was saying in part one, Joab murdered some people and he knew he was guilty. See, David never did nothing because he was part of Joab's army. He was the head of Joab's army. Look, I'm saying Joab. Joab was part of David's army. He was the head of David's army. And he took upon himself to do what he wanted to do. So then when tidings came back to Joab, because he went to Adoniah. See, Joab, I ain't going to say he got forgiveness or anything like that, but the fact is he disregarded David when Adoniah tried to raise up and be king. Oh, you went after Absalom's brother to help him, But you don't disregard. He should, the first thing he said, like, wait a minute, hold on. What did David got to do? He always was with David, even though he wanted to be, or he stood up to be who he wanted to be. He was his own king. When the creator, but when David said something, he did what David said, but yet still he did what he wanted to do as well. He murdered 2 men, took their life in the time of peace. One of them helped David get the throne over Israel because he was already had the throne over Judah, but Abner helped him get the throne over the rest of them because everybody else was trying to be on their own in their own way when Saul was king. But he said, well, because he's the one who put up the king, Saul's son, to be king. But he actually took the kingdom from Saul's son and said, y'all, and then got all the heads and said, David is the man. Put him in place. Right after that, Joab went and murdered him because in war, when him and Abner they was at odds when David was here and that other one that Abner put in place, now they at odds. But in the time came to pass, odds ain't no more. He helped David get to be, but then just because Abner killed their brother, even though his brother was coming after him, he said, man, go on, man. I don't want to have to kill you. Your brother Joab and the other brother is going to be looking at me kind of funny if I kill you. Go mess with somebody else. He was fast and he thought that. Remember Troy? When forgot his name. When Brad Pitt's cousin, he wanted to fight so much. He was moving like Brad Pitt and everything, but he wasn't Brad Pitt. And I forgot his name in the movie. Achilles. He wasn't Achilles. Achilles is Achilles. But he looked like him, moved like him, but he wasn't him. And that's one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite war movies, Troy. Had a lot of significance in it. But look at the situation. And the king said upon him and said unto him, do as he said. He said, kill him there. He asked for it. Get him there. You done murdered some people. You know what you did, and you disregarded my daddy's word when my daddy told you to do something. It's your time. And you not only disrespect my dad, you disrespected me, my mama, and everybody else, all the other priests and everybody else, by going with him, and you the man. That's it. Because he was the man at the time. He knew not to go with Adoniah, but he just decided to say, okay, we're going to go with you. You're going to be king. You're supposed to check with David first. His probably life would have probably been saved, especially after hearing what happened. After killing, after he fell upon Adoniah. And the king said unto him, do as he said, and fall upon him and bury him, that thou mayest take away the innocent. There we go. You see? This is what I'm saying. The Creator said in the scriptures. I'm going to give it to you real quick. So I have to give you facts on scripture. Exodus chapter 22 or 23. It's the head of it. I'm going to give it to you real quick. Exodus chapter, I believe it's 23. I'm going to go right here. Exodus chapter 23. In first verse says, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. All right. That's one point. Now I'm going to give you 7 and 8. Keep thee far from a false matter. And the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. That was mainly it. That was what I wanted to give. Those 2 points, verse 1 and verse 7. Thou shalt not raise a false report. This is Exodus chapter 23. This is law. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. And I shared that earlier about the stuff that's going on in the world today, all on the internet, and with two kind of people that certain things been happening with, and things that's just happening in general. because you may not like somebody, you're going to go against them, whether it's righteous or unrighteous. You're just going to go against them because you just don't like them. You got to be righteous in what you're doing. And that's the reason why Joab got to get his life taken from him. In verse 7, keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I would not justify the wicked. One point before I move back to, well, I'm moving back anyway, but one point that I want to share with the world, whoever comes to this point. Y'all say he will not justify the wicked, right? In the New Testament, they murdered an innocent man to justify the priest. But everybody is going after that story like it's true. The priests in that day, in the New Testament, the Pharisees and Sadducees had all the people have a man murdered on the cross. Not only that, they justified Barnabas and let Barnabas go and murder the wicked man. And murdered an innocent man, which was Yeshua. I do believe a man did come and did the works, but not the way the New Testament said. I'm going to give you the facts. Not the way they said, but I do believe that did happen. They modified the story and gave you the story of something else from the man that they're supposed to have, but they modified the story, went in here and changed up a lot of stuff and gave you a new testimony, which is a testament, which is actually the second testimony of the Creator, the blessing and the curse. That's why the world is running after the curse and don't even realize it. But we get back to this story. That's another story. Again, he said, for the second half of 31, that thou mayest take away the innocent blood which Joab shed. See that? You see that? The innocent blood from me, from who? And from the house of my father. There's a cause for everything. Joab was still living after he murdered two people. You supposed to die. You see that? He was supposed to die. David didn't kill him for whatever reason. He could have had his mighty men kill Joab. You got to know the story to understand. Thou shalt not murder. That's innocent blood. Verse 32. And Yah shall, 1 Kings, 2nd chapter, verse 32. And Yah shall return his blood upon his own head. You see that? He knew what he was going to die for. Who fell upon two men. See? More righteous and better than he. Because of what they did. I mean, he did his work. But the fact that made them better because of his actions. And slew them with the sword. And slew them with the sword. My father David, not knowing thereof. See, David didn't know it. He didn't know he did. He did it upon. Remember I said he did it upon himself? He did it himself. Not knowing thereof, to wit, Abner, letting it be known again. I didn't have to go look for it this time. Abner, the son of Ner, captain of the host of Israel, and Amasa, the son of Jether, captain of the host of Judah. That's when he put him as captain. Joab said, you ain't captain, I'm taking my part back. I'm going to pull him by the beard and stuck him in the fifth rib. It was something about the fifth rib. A lot of people getting stuck in the fifth rib. He murdered them under pretense of a friend. He pulled him near to kiss him. I don't know if he's going to kiss him or what. I have to kind of count. I think it was no lip kiss. But whatever. Then he stuck him. 33. Their blood shall therefore return upon the head of Joab. There's a reason. Did I not tell y'all in part 1? Everyone, if you did something bad, it's going to come back on you. Especially if you know what you're doing. Now, if you did something bad, you can repent and the creditor will know sincerely in your heart that you did not know or you didn't do it purposely or something like that. You can be forgiven. You still may get punished or you may be forgiven. That's on the creator's choice to do it. But when you out here doing stuff and you know what you're doing, oh man, I'm going to get away with this and I'll be do good later. You would probably never get that. I remember some brothers told me that. Man, you can do this and that, do this. Yeah, man, you can. I said, no, man, let's just say the Sabbath day. Man, we can go out and dance, man. You can dance, make $1 million on the Sabbath. I said, no. Why you gonna do that? You have $1 million. I said, bro, I'll make that $1 million and be crippled the next day. I could die the next day. Anything can happen the next day. Just because you get something now don't mean that it's promised to you. Or you promise to enjoy it. See, when people start thinking like that, you can start thinking wisely and logically. But a lot of people just out here for the now. I heard a woman talking on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram a few days ago. Man, I got these tattoos. I feel like I done grown up and man, these marks on me and I don't even feel like, why did I do this? See? Why? Because you was ignorant and did something you shouldn't have did, but you was in the now. Don't think about the future. That's why guidance is in the book. I be trying to get people to understand that. One more time, verse 33. Their blood shall therefore return upon the head of Joab and upon the head of his seed. That's sad. Of his seed forever. But upon David and upon his seed, but upon David. Y'all see how stuff follow you? That's where we get this generational curse from. And a lot of people be under it. Number one is because they're not keeping the law. But number two is because they're carrying things on that their parents is teaching them. I keep trying to get y'all to understand that in the second commandment. God is a jealous father, visiting the iniquities upon the parents, upon the children, the parents that teach their children. Your sons and daughters pick up the sins of the fathers because they're teaching them sinful ways. Until they get into this book and find out how to live for the Father through the voice of the Father, until then, they're following the ways of their parents. Iniquity upon the fathers, upon the children, upon the children, upon the children, upon the children, because that's what they're going to teach them. That's what they teach them. And they will never come out until they have a change of mind or until the Creator changed their mind by pricking them or somebody they hearing something with it's all the Creator going to allow that person to hear something to turn. And then again, they may be stuck because they may be a spirit that's here to come back to endure what they need to do for karma. Who knows? I can't say. But that's just something that just came out. Whoever it is that's coming back for whatever they did, that's on them. And upon his seed and upon his house and upon his throne shall there be peace forever. But upon David, I'm going to put this in. 30. Their blood shall be therefore returned upon the head of Joab and upon the head of his seed forever. But, here we go. But upon David and upon his seed and upon his house and upon his throne shall there be peace forever from Yah. There we go. I'll make sure I got that. So Benaniah, the son of Jehoiada went up and fell upon him and slew him, and he was buried in his own house in the wilderness. And the king put Benaniah, son of Jehoiada, in his room over the host. You see that? So what he did is Benaniah became the host of the captains of the armies. He put Benaniah in the place of Joab. in his room over the host. And Zadok, the priest, did the king put in the room of Abiathar. Abiathar is the one we just read in verse 26 through 27. That's Abiathar, right? So he put Zadok in that place, right? Shimei is put to death. Now, I just shared that earlier, but Shimei is the one who cursed David out in the wilderness, throwing rocks at him, saying, "You bloody king, you bloody this and that." And he was talking all kind of stuff to David, even though David knew that was coming from the Creator. That David knew the Creator. He was cursing David from the Creator. To me, I'm saying that now. Because he's doing it because he was talking about the things he did. Even though he think that Shimei, he thought that he took it from Saul. The Creator had already taken it from Saul. But he's cursing at David because he thinks David took Saul's kingdom and a lot of other stuff. But this was at the time of the punishment that David was going through for taking Bathsheba from Uriah. All in that time, this was going on. So, Shimei is put to death. Verse 36. And the king sent and called for Shimei. See, Solomon is cleaning house. Over here in 1 Kings chapter 1, verse, I'm going to take it from verse 5. Yep. From verse 5 on down to 9, David gave him told him what he needed to do. He needed to go clean house. What Joab did, what Abiathar did. Let me say Joab did, what Abiathar did. He said show kindness to Barzillai, the Gileadite, because of what he did when he was on the run. He said, and the blood that thou hast, verse 8. In verse 2, verse 8, it said, and the blood thou hast with thee, Shimei, the son of Gera, a Benjamite of Beham, which cursed me with a grievous curse in the day when I went to Mahanam. But he came down to meet me at Jordan, and I swear to him by the Yah, saying, I will not put thee to death with the sword. So he said, David swore to him, but he didn't say his son wasn't going to do it. That's why I said, watch what you say, watch what you do. You may get through something with one person, but that don't mean you're going to get through with somebody else. Shimei put to death. And this is his story. And the king sent and called for Shimei and said unto him, build thee a house in Jerusalem. See, check this out. Listen to the story. Build thee a house in Jerusalem and dwell there, and go not forth hence anywhere whither. Mean, build your house in Jerusalem and stay there. Don't go nowhere. He gave him his word. This is house arrest. This is your first house arrest that just hit me. Build ye a house at Jerusalem. I'm going to put it on here. First house arrest. First house arrest. Build thee a house in Jerusalem and dwell there, and go not forth from this anywhither, meaning anywhere. Don't go nowhere. Verse 37. For it shall be that on the day thou goest out. See this, don't you? For it shall be that on the day that thou goest out and passes over the brook Kidron, that thou knowest for a certain that thou shalt surely, warning comes before destruction. You see that? Warning. He warned them right then and there. That thy blood shall be upon thine own head. It's going to be you that caused this. And ain't gonna be nobody's fault but yours. And this is where we at today. We got a lot of people blaming other people for their own faults. Something that they done did, and they want to act like they're innocent. They want to say something. Oh, I said that, but it wasn't as harsh as what you said to me. You said it. You started it. It's sad. People think that's why I said comedians are liars. And I'm saying all. I'm not talking about one in particular. All comedians, because they give you stories to make you laugh about certain things. They're like say they're liars. I'm just gonna say that. And that's how they make their brand off their lies. And it's not just comedians, but they're the ones who tell you straight out lies because they have to make you laugh. They're liars. So if I'm trying to have an intellectual conversation with a person who's a comic, who's a comedian, that's someone who's serious against with someone who's just a comedian, a joker. How can you have a serious conversation with a joker? Because the joker gonna be trying to make jokes about all the stuff you're saying. Y'all trying to have a real intellectual conversation with people who's listening. Whether it's right or wrong or whatever, it's an intellectual conversation. So I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying or sharing what have you, but you trying to be funny, but you give your own point of view. So in your funniness, what's real? Huh? In your cracking jokes, what's real? Are you joking or are you real? Because I don't know if you're real or you're joking. So now I say something to offend you. Now you get offended. Oh, all the time. You joking all the time. Oh, for now all of a sudden, you can get mad at me now because I said something to offend you. What you getting offended for? Everything is a joke. Am I right or wrong? Oh, it's a prank. It's a prank. I did this a prank. Somebody gonna get killed like that. Everybody don't play that. I almost want to bring something about this young, nothing. Leave it alone. Keep it moving. Thy blood shall be upon thy own head. Verse 38. 1 Kings, 2nd chapter, verse 38. And Shimei said unto the king, the saying is good. You see, he even said himself, the saying is good. As my lord the king has said, so will, he know what he did to his father. So will thy servant do. He confirmed it. People don't understand confirmation. He confirmed it. He sealed the package. He sealed it. Well, we're going to pull something else up here to show you, but nah. And Shimei dwelt in Jerusalem many days. He dwelt in Jerusalem. Now he done forgot. It should stayed on his mind. He done forgot. Many days. Oh, things started happening. Oh, now you done got comfortable. Now you done got comfortable. 39. And it came to pass at the end of 3 years. There you go. At the end of 3 years, that 2 of the servants of Shimei ran away. They ran away into Achish. I'm going to call it like that. Achish, son of Maacah, king of Gath. And they told Shimei, saying, behold, thy servants be in Gath. Right? Thy servant be. And Shimei rose and saddled his ass and went to Gath. He rose and saddled his ass and went to Gath. That was what they had back then. They didn't have horses. That's the reason why they were selling the asses, donkeys, whatever you want to call it. We know what they call the ass according to the book. So we noticed that kings rode on asses when they came through. So that's where they got the story for your New Testament. Oh, go in and loose this and say the king of Jerusalem needed, and that's why he rode in on the ass. And they took the story from here. They took it. They took stories from the history of our people and made it and connected it to the New Testament. This is the second or third time that you can see that our people was riding on asses, and not only they was carrying bushels of corn and goat and raisins and dates and all kind of stuff. They would put them on the asses and walk with them. 40. And Shemuel rose and saddled his ass and went to Gath, and Achish to seek his servants. And Shemuel went and brought his servants from Gath. He went and brought them from Gath. And it was told Solomon that Shemuel had gone to Jerusalem to Gath, and was come again. That means he left and he came back. And the king sent and called for Shemuel and said unto him, did I not make thee to swear? You see? When he agreed, that was an oath. Did I not make thee to swear by Yah and protested unto thee, saying, know for a certain, on the day that thou goest out and walkest abroad any whither, that thou shalt surely die. You see that? No excuses. Y'all get that? No excuses. See, the only excuse would have been if you came and talked to him. If he'd went to King Solomon and said, King, two of my servants, they going over the gap. Can I go get them? It would have been his choice to say, what did I tell you? See, this is what people be trying to be slick. Excuse. When it comes to what I'm doing, I don't really go for excuses, no way. If I can or I can't, I will or I won't. If I can, I will. If I can't, I won't. Other than that, I'm going to try to do what I can. So I try to watch what I say. I try to keep my word. Now, a lot of time, things happen, we can't do it, but I'm not going to swear on anything, too quick to say nothing. If I give my oath and say I'm going to try my best to do it, that's why I don't give oaths. I don't swear. I give you my word as much as I can. If I can't make it, I'll do it. I let it be known. If I can't, I won't. We have to grow to this point, though. We don't come up like that. We have to learn to grow like this. And as we grow our children up, we teach them how to do the same. That's why a child needs a father in the house and a mother. All children need a mother and a father in the household. And thou saidest unto me, the word that I have heard is good. That's what he said. The word that I have heard, you said that. You confirmed it by saying that. Verse 43. Why then? Now he's asking the question. See, this is how you get stuff out. Not assuming. Ask questions, find out, make a statement, and go from there. This is judgment. This is a court of law. Can y'all see it? This is all a court of law is. Someone that's bringing an occasion or something against somebody for something that they did. Now, this right here is between Solomon and him. Whether Solomon's the king or not. Solomon and him made an oath and made a commitment together. He told him, go and make you a house here in this area and don't leave. He got comfortable. He had servants still. His servants said, well, let me go. They could have used that to their advantage. They'd be like, okay, he can't leave Jerusalem. Let's get out of here. Let's go and be free. Got up, they left, went to Jerusalem. But when he saw them, they still being his slave, he brought them back. Brought them, okay, master, might as well, or whoever, Verse 43. Why then hast thou not kept the oath? You see that? What I say? Kept the oath of Yah. See, when you make an oath, you're talking to the Creator. And the commandment that I have charged with thee, or I have charged thee. And you have to confront a person. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something else. All these people out here that does something ignorantly, knowing it or not, in these courts today, I'm giving y'all some understanding. When someone does something ignorantly and they don't know they did it, or they have no understanding what they did, they put them in jail, right? They let them go through therapy and all this other stuff. As soon as they say, yeah, I understand now, what do they sentence for death then. See, they're already in jail. But as soon as they get them to understand, okay, I see, okay, once they say, yes, I understand, y'all tell me am I lying? If it's a death penalty and they murder someone or kill someone or whatever they did, once they come to know, they at fault. Even if they didn't know at first. Once they come to know, they at fault. Then death penalty is made. Tell me y'all haven't heard that. I'm just giving you facts up to date according to the scriptures. I just showed you house arrest. Again, why then, verse 43, why then hast thou not kept the oath of Yah and the commandment that I have charged with thee? Then say, the king said moreover to Shemiel, thou knowest all the wickedness which thine heart is privy to. You know the wickedness you've been doing. See, now all this stuff is coming down on them. This also reminds me of this. Thank you, Father, for giving it to me. The statue of gold, the head of gold, the arm and breast of silver, the stomach and the thighs of brass, the legs of iron, and the feet of iron and clay. When the stone, which is us, the stone without hand, that was brought out the mountain made out the mountain without hands, crushed everything and started at the feet. That's the law, whether y'all know that or not. The stone is actually the law given unto Moses, taken out of the mountain without hands. It was good. Moses wrote, the Creator wrote it, gave it to Moses. That's the law. And what it is it reminds me, crush the feet first. Started at the end. Started right where it's at, and then crushed the whole, and then broke down the whole statue. That's what's going on right here. The king said moreover to Shemiel, thou knowest all the wickedness which thine heart is privy to, that you know, that thou didst to David, my father. You know what you did to my father. You disrespected him in front of all those people, throwing rocks at him and stuff. You know what you did to my father. Therefore, Yah shall return thy wickedness upon thine own head. Bam, there you go. Cause and effect, and the reason behind it. I gave you a chance. Out of all the stuff you've been doing, this is like everybody, they get a chance. When you get a chance, you have a chance to redeem yourself by staying in order and in honor. But when you choose to disrespect that honor or the order that was given, that's on you. And he broke it down and told him, you even said, what he said? Then thou hast not kept the oath. Say the word that thou had heard, you said, and thou surely died. Thou surely died. And thou saidest unto me, the word that I have heard is good. You said it was good. And you're going to go against it? Verse 45. And King Solomon shall be blessed. Oh, say, wait a minute, hold on, let me hit 44 again. The king said moreover to Shemiel, thou know of all the wickedness which thine heart is privy to, and thou didst to David my father. Therefore, therefore Yah shall return thy wickedness upon thine own head. 45. And King Solomon shall be blessed, and the throne of David shall be established before Yah forever. Make sure I get that. And King Solomon shall be blessed, and the throne of David shall be established forever. Forever. And it's still established today. His seed is walking around. I may be a seed of David. Who knows? Many of y'all may be seeds of David. And how y'all through seeds of David? Through Solomon and his 1,000 wives. Imagine how many children is roaming the earth now through those 1,000 women that bear children, and those seeds are running through the earth right now from that time until today. So people, when you look at the Bible, the way that they got in the New Testament, they got you looking like a river. I wouldn't even say a river. They got you looking like a vine. You got a vine running through, and you only got one seed sprouting up here, one seed sprouting up there, one seed. No, a tree has roots that grow to branches that has many fruit on it, that has many seeds. The world is duped, and the people can't see. All those seeds grows many trees. 46. For the king commanded Benaniah, 46, the son of Jehoiada, which went out and fell upon him, and he died, and the kingdom was established in the hand of Solomon. You see that? Now he has took care of the situation that his father David wanted him to do. He took care of the situations of the past. David cleaned house. Not David. Solomon cleaned house. And by Solomon cleaning the house, what he did was put things in order. Now he's in control of anything that happens from his point. Anything that happened in the past, he had to. That's what we're doing now. Ain't that what we doing? Getting in your executive office, in your executive seat. Claiming your estate. Getting your house in order by your children and your past, your parents and things like that they're using off of your off the QSIP of your ancestry and off the birth certificate of your people. Your people birth certificate, your elders and people that they're still getting paid off of now. Elon Musk and Trump showed that last year when they went in and started finding out how much 300 people are 300 years old. A guy 300 years old that's supposed to be 300 years old that's dead. They still using the information off of his information off his QSIPs. They had to go and research, but you tell some of these ignorant people that today, they will not even listen to nothing you saying because they have a blind eye and ear to what you got to say. This is cleaning house. Right here in the scriptures. You just have to have a spiritual eye to see. That's the reason why we have 2 testimonies going on for this Tuesday coming up. I'm not going to spoil it. For our class Tuesday, we got 2 good testimonies. One of them already came by and was already shared, but the other one is a good one just the same. Time is now. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going low. Which one is you? First, let me see who you are. Okay, let me get you over here. All right. Yeah, I got to excuse me. I have to get let me do this real quick. See how I'm gonna do this. Excuse me, y'all. Let me do this real quick. Oh shoot. Just plug that up. I'm taking it out. Yeah, my Instagram was getting low there. It got black on me for a second. Okay, and sorry about that, Facebook. Instagram went black on me for a second, so I had to switch y'all up. Now, back to what we were saying on the whole point. Kind of threw me off, so we just jump back on the subject. We getting ready to go to chapter 3 now. This is chapter 3. We 50 minutes in. This is only 27. Oh, this ain't long. It's not long. Chapter 3. But as I was saying, let me finish it up. So the king commanded Benaniah, the son of Jehoiada, which went out and fell upon him, and he died. Oh, there we go. Fell, right? Sorry about that, Instagram. I don't know how that happened or why. Make sure this is the correct one. There we go. Let's get this back. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know how sometimes when the word goes out, interruption comes about. And there we go. All right, Instagram, you back on. Now, excuse me, y'all. Now, my nose is beginning. Excuse me. Now, chapter 3. Let me see. Like I was saying, we 50 minutes in. You know what? I might end up stopping this and going to chapter 3 and chapter 4 next week. That's what I might do. So I'm gonna end up calling this one. I might call it Solomon Cleans House. That's what I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna have to switch it. This is going to be next week's testimony or information. Solomon's wisdom and prosperity. So we're gonna end up switching it and say I'm just gonna call this one Solomon Cleans House. And we're gonna say right now we 50 something minutes in right now, so this is gonna be shorter because if I go on through this, it's gonna be further than what it is. So we don't have to let it be too long. So we're gonna end it right here, and we'll start chapter 3 next week. And next week is going to be called Solomon's Wisdom and Prosperity. We're going to call this week Solomon Cleans House. That's what I'm calling it. Solomon Cleans House. So other than that, we'll take it from here. We'll start here next week on chapter 3. So other than that, just like to say that, now, we got a little time now. We can do this. Before we get started before we do that, now, Kaz or anybody, if y'all have anything that y'all wanted to share concerning part 1 and part 2, I'm going to put it like that. Concerning part 1 and part 2 in chapter 2, because this is just 1 Kings chapter 2 we did today. Is there anything that y'all want to share? And if y'all forgot some of it, I can go back and kind of read a little bit of what it is that you want to talk about compared to what was being shared. Kaz, I know you said it was something you wanted to share, bro.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, that was reference, what's his name? Adonijah. Went to Solomon's mother and asked for, what's the girl name?
Yeah, when you say, and this is Adonijah, this is from verse 13 through 25, and it said Adonijah is put to death because he went to Bathsheba to talk to Solomon's mother for, what's her name? Abishag, the Shulamite.
Right. So what happened there, I was doing some digging, and what's talking about is that it was like political move.
There you go. Come on, bro. Come on.
Is even though David didn't sleep with the girl, it mentioned that she was actually his concubine.
That's right.
Right. So by him getting to marry her,
Right.
it would give him
Authority.
rights to the throne. That was his assumption. So
Right,
that's
because-
why he did it. Sorry, go ahead.
Because she was his wife?
Because she was David's wife.
Right.
Right. So it would give him some kind of a leeway to the throne.
Wow.
And so that's why so what you're saying is that's why when Solomon said to his mother, he said, "Well, will you get?" He said, "Will you wait a minute? I'm finding it real quick." Ask him.
Would he ask Solomon to
Right here, verse 22. Verse 22. And King Solomon answered and said unto his mother, "And why doest thou ask Abishag the Shulamite for Adoniah? Ask him, is it ask for him the kingdom also? For this,
That's it.
huh?
That was it. That's
Yeah.
the part he picked up on.
That's it.
Yeah. Because he was trying to throne.
That's it. Undercover, trying to be slick.
Right.
And Solomon said, good point.
The thing I was looking at, he said this was seen as a Solomon's kingship. So as taking a former king's concubine symbolizes an attempt to assert royal authority. And it also reminds me of this story that's out there. You'd have to actually dig to find a true story, but the one that they have out there is not quite the way it went. Pocahontas. I was looking today, and they've got her down as married around about 17, 18, but it was like 12 years old she was when that guy took her. And basically, he's also trying to do the same thing here. So by marrying her, he would have some claim to land rights.
That's right.
So it went on back days, and it's still going on today.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's right.
Give an example by today, bro.
Say that again?
Give an example how they doing it today according to what you just said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, it's out there on the line, but you marry into a certain family
Mm-hmm.
that has some funds, and there's no love really there. All it is just because of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so even here, over here, we have the so-called royal bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in. All right, here's my namesake, my last name. There was a family back in my country that one of the son went to war, as in World War One. Anyway, and he came back. He became a captain, and so he had some money. So the father said, "Listen, your uncle has a daughter down in such and such a place, because it's time for you to get married. So go down, check her out, see whether you like her or she likes you, and you need to get married."
Mm-hmm.
So it's the bloodline. They keep it in the family, basically, the money.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
That's fact. That's why they had arranged marriages.
Right.
You're 100% right, bro. And that's why Solomon said that. You know, you want to give him the kingdom too? And he knew that she didn't want to do it, so he knew that he told her that. And that's why I said this dude was stupid. How he gonna be king thinking like that? He was too ignorant to be a king, to be talking about the kingdom is mine, and you knew it was mine, but he took it from me. And he even said, hold on. He even said, for it was his from the Lord. He even said it was Solomon's kingdom from the creator. So you're gonna try to be slick about it still. But I says, man, these people today, man, no different than what we looking at right here. They stupid and they dumb.
He was just committed suicide. That's all.
That's all he was. All of them was.
Solomon did not wait no time. Straight away, get his head out.
Because he knew what he was doing. Plus, he tried to use his mother to do it.
Right.
Is there anything anybody else want to share? That was only one cast. Is there anything else you want to share? Man, that's what I like about this. This brings out information that people can see up to date what is actually going on in the scriptures.
The second half, I was kind of in and out. So.
Well, on the second half, you may have missed at 36 the first house arrest. Did you hear that? The first house arrest with Shimei in? Let me read it for you. First couple of verses. Verse 36, 1 Kings, well, this is all chapter 2. It says, and the king sent and called for Shimei and said unto him, build thee a house in Jerusalem and dwell there, and go not forth thence anywhere. Don't go nowhere. Right.
I didn't get that part. And he went across because the two of his servants. So
that's it.
Went and he did. Man, this is serious stuff, you know. He no hesitate. He come back and he posed the question as to, well, did you not say you would not? All right, there goes your head.
He made an oath.
Yeah. I remember that part.
Now, G1, let me see, my brother Barack, he gone, I think. Let me see. Yep, Brother Barack, he had to go. He must be making some moves. Is there anything anybody else had to share according to the story of the day in 1 Kings chapter 2? I'm going to call it, like I said, I'm calling this here Solomon Cleans House. That's what I'm calling this one. I'm changing this. This is going to be next week's heading. What we got up there now. Solomon's wisdom and prosperity is going to be next week's heading. But this one right here, Solomon Cleans House. Excuse me. If anybody else ain't got nothing to say, we can go ahead and get ready to end this baby out.
Also, there, what's his name, Joab, once he heard the information that Abijah was dead, he went to the altar, seek refuge.
Yep.
Didn't help him.
Not when it come to murder. He murdered because the Creator even gave that in his law. If a person did something unaware of somebody, you go there, you know, you could probably forgive him or whatever, or what have. But when you do something knowing it, take him from my altar and murder and kill him. That's in the law. This. Go ahead, bro.
This promise that was made to David, forever, his descendants will be on the throne. You know, and we have these so-called royals all over the place today claiming to be what they're not. I mean, it's like in our area, some 70 odd years, this one individual's been brutalizing the world. And people believe that they're such wonderful people. And thousands died at their commands. Not necessarily by their hands, but by their command.
Mm-hmm. That's by their hand.
But you know what? The time is coming. The exposure is coming.
It's here. It's already here.
It's there, but you're going to see the major part of it and very soon.
I can tell you one that came that everybody still choose not to see. And I've shared it already. When Elon Musk went in and did the audit at the Department of Education, whatever it was, and what's her name? The sister that was out there. Let us in. Let us in. Elon Musk, he unraveled what they was doing. It was somebody that a few days ago me and Joanne was listening to some information that I think it was some department supposed to took a whole great amount of money to do something, and they did less than a quarter of it, and they said, where the rest of the money at? They've been doing it the whole time. The revealing is already here, but people choose to stay blind. But that's on them. That's what I'm saying. The scripture shows everything that people need to know, but they have to be willing to have an open mind, because I'm going to tell you, things is going forward. And a lot of people are going to fall in the ditch. A lot of them. So, before we make a move, let me see. Over on Instagram, nobody came in saying anything. Excuse me. Over here on Facebook, Burger Yali came in. He was watching for a moment. He said lawyers. He said politicians. He said Cat Williams is truth and real. Hey, I give Cat Williams some truth, but I can show you where he lied at too. Now, since you said this, Burger Yali, and I have to be truthful. Cat Williams tells some truth and he put some stuff out there. But guess what he lied about? He said he didn't know Ali Sadiq. He said he didn't know Ali Sadiq. And it's things that we don't know that he knows that other people know. So just because you don't know it don't mean that he didn't lie. No different than and I'm not calling him out. I'm just being truthful. I like Cat Williams because he's one that he brought out. He's one of the first forerunners to start bringing out this stuff in the day's time. When he came out on the Shay Shay show on January 1st, 2024, that started the avalanche. But like you said, Cat Williams is truth and real, and he is. I'm not saying he's not, but he also lied as well. He set up and said, now anybody with common sense know when Ali Sadiq said, man, you know, how you gonna say he don't know me? And Ali Sadiq was upset. But it brought Ali Sadiq on the map too, though. So you got to understand, everything happens for a purpose. Everything happened for the fact that Ali Sadiq's name is really out there now, because I'm not saying he wasn't. He's a very good, he even said he's a very good storyteller. Cat Williams even said that. But Cat Williams act like he didn't know him. And whatever happened, and then he still gave him a check or whatever. Oh, that's good. I don't have nothing against him. I'm just telling all comedians are liars in their own right in one way or another. Whether they're telling you a story or something that they did that they're telling everybody, we all go through something, and we all have. I ain't saying that nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that all. I ain't saying nobody's perfect. But majority of the fact that I don't want to say no names, but what I'm gonna say, majority of the comedians out there, mostly they be straightening out lines just to make a laugh. They have to tell you a lie to give you a story, right? Some of them know how to story tell to give you a good truth, and maybe a portion of a lie is in there, but it's still a lie. You know, not putting it down, but there was something here I was thinking about, and I can't remember what it was. In this chapter today. Whatever it was, I can't think of it. But I can say, let me finish up with then he said, show us. He said, Cat Williams is truth and real. And then I hear show us. Now I don't know if he's still on here. I don't see him here, but he might still be here. I don't see the one up there no more. But What I'm saying is, oh, like I said, if you said show you, when I'm talking about Ali Sadiq, when he was telling this situation, and then Ali Sadiq said he knew this and that, and he knew this and that, you know. So it ain't nothing to lie about. And he said, no, I didn't know Ali Sadiq, or I don't say he never knew him, but certain situations in that conversation, I heard the lie. But majority, I'll just say 90% of his stories, I could, from what I understand on this point of view, from what I know from seeing on screen, is true on 90% of it. But everybody in that industry know them. Oh, I almost brought something out I don't want to bring out because I don't want to make nobody seem other than what it is. You know, because there's a lot of wrong in what has happened in these last two brothers. One of them is serious and one of them is otherwise doing whatever he's doing. What I mean is the comedian and the serious brother. And you notice that they take every little thing out of context. And I'm not putting someone down or bringing them up. I'm being truthful across the board. I'm not saying no name because I ain't going to bring that up in this conversation. My main thing, if you righteous, be righteous all the way around. Don't take sides. Now, over here on YouTube Live, we have Spiff Fountain, 1921. Spiff Fountain, what's up? He said hi. He also said this. Said hi. Oh no. Spiff Fountain said something twice. Soccer Kid 8 said hi. Robert Craig, one of our indexing brothers. That was a perfect description of what's happening now in our time, in our timeline. I'm glad you see that, Craig. I'm glad you see it because that's what I'm saying. That what's going on in the scriptures is going on today. You just have to see it spiritually. A lot of people look at the scripture and they just reading it like a book. A lot of people see scripture and they read it like a book. And let me share with you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean. Isaiah 29, verse 10 through 13. For Yah has poured out upon you. For Yah has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes. The prophet and your rulers, the seers, have he covered. Verse 11. This is Isaiah 29:11 now. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book. See? Of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, who's supposed to know the book, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. Excuses again. Remember I was just talking about excuses not too long ago? 13. Wherefore Yah said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. This is where your New Testament come in at. Their fear of the Creator is taught by the precepts of men. The precepts of men gave you the New Testament, which is the Council of Nicaea, which is the Roman government, which is the Roman, I wouldn't just say Catholic Church, just the Roman criteria. The whole hookup is of Rome in the New Testament. So other than that, I just want to share that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwell, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see, that Mikael is really me. And right here, we're going to do the priestly benediction. But before we do that, Julia, is there anything you wanted to say, sis? If you're still around, did you want to say anything before we go? I know she said she enjoyed it.
No, Brother Mikael, but good topic.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what you said, what you were saying earlier, just before I read the benediction, that you liked it, that you heard in the conversation earlier. What was you saying earlier about that?
Sorry, I was eating something.
It's all right.
No,
Oh, you going in and out. Hold on. Whoa, something going on with your
days
huh?
as well.
You say something as well? Dang, something happened. Hello?
Can you hear me, bro?
Now I can hear you. Sound like it was going out.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can't hear me?
Yeah, I was saying, I can hear you. Yeah, I was saying that the topic lesson, especially earlier on, does apply to
Something going on with your microphone. Something going on with your microphone. We probably gonna have to get that a little later, man, because it's like something like going in and out. It's all right. We'll get it a little later. I don't know what's going on with that situation, boy. But we're talking a little bit, Sister Julia. I'm glad you're here, though. But something is going on with your computer. I don't know what. I mean, it's not going in and out. It's like static or whatever. But
I don't know what.
say again, Cass.
Trying to get home.
There's something happening. Something happened. I'm glad you can hear what I was talking about. So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. This is the priestly benediction. And we states, this is Numbers chapter 6, verse 22 through 27. And it states, and Yah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, on this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, Yah bless thee and keep thee. Yah make his face shine upon thee and give thee peace, and be gracious unto thee. Yah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put Yah's name, which is his law, upon the children of Israel, and Yah will bless them. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shekebo, Vakuto Violam, Vaed, Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah our Father is one Father. Blessed be thy glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Blessed be thou, Father, universe, that bring forth all the creatures forth from the earth. We thank you for the word today. We thank you for bringing us to where we are. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others, that we may do your word and bring your kingdom into fruition. We praise you, bless you, and thank you, Almighty Yah, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. Your holy word we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Father. All right. Now, for everyone that's here, and if you'd like to know more about our classes that we have on Zoom only, we're here on Zoom only on Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. or at 7:30 a.m. or we're here at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights at 7:30 a.m. in the rising of the sun and 9 o'clock p.m. Tuesdays at the in darkness right after Tuesday. This is the Solomon class of introduction to Solomon class of knowledge. And there we're sharing some information in order for you to get freed from the system. It's up to you if you decide you want to come and be a part and join us and learn the information you need to do to separate yourself from this satanic Roman empire. So other than that, you can always call or text me your name, number, and email. And when you call and text me, tell me or text in there that you'd like to know more information about the Solomon class of knowledge, and or if you want to know more information about the alkaline water or alkaline teas. You can call or text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. Right? And if you'd like to get on our public platforms, we're here publicly on the platforms of YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. That's YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. You can connect with me. You can connect with me at JuicePro33, which is JUICEPRO33. Again, that's JUICEPRO33. All one word. Put that in your search engine and check everything out. But that's one of my YouTubes, and that's my X, formerly known as Twitter. You also connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook is Mikael Harris, which is MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. Again, that's MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. All right, that's my Facebook. My Instagram and one of my TikToks. My Instagram and one of my TikToks is under L'chaim_the Juice, which is spelled LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Also, on my other TikTok and my other YouTube. My other TikTok and my other YouTube is under Michael the Juice Harris, which is spelled MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. Again, that's MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. That's all. Excuse me. That's all together in my one of my TikToks and also my other YouTube, which where you can like, subscribe, and share it. Now, last but not least, for the full version, you can also see us on Patreon and on Patreon and also Rumble. That's Patreon and also Rumble.com/LKHYYM. That's Patreon.com and Rumble.com/LKHYYM. Excuse me, y'all. Now, for the Zoom and the platforms themselves and the dates that we are on, we're on what we call Sundays, the night after Sunday, I like to call it, because it's in that night after Sunday. In the night after Sunday, we have Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. We have open conversation to talk as long as you're here to talk before we have anything particularly on. This is open conversation, Fight Fire with Truth, and this is every quote-unquote, as we call it, night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's 9 p.m. Eastern. Then we're on Mondays, as we call it. It's night after Monday at 9 p.m. as well. And it's called Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth, which is on these different channels: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Zoom. Um, that's Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now on Tuesday morning, rising of the sun at 7:30 a.m. and at night at 9 p.m. on and after Tuesday, we have Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. That's Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. If you text me your name, number, and email, and in your text say, I'd like to know more about the sovereign class, sovereign classes, or you'd like to know more about the alkaline water and teas, text me your name, number, and email. Excuse me. And we'll go from there. That's on Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. and at 9 p.m. And Tuesday we on Zoom only. Zoom only. We're not here. It's not for the public. That's private. Once you text me that information, I'm gonna send you information in your email. You will accept the invite and fill out the NDA, and we go from there. Also, now on the Sabbath is the last one, which we're here every Sabbath at noon, which is actually the beginning of the evening and the end of the morning. The rising of the sun is the first half of the day. The peak of the day is the beginning of the evening, and as the sun starts to go down, when it gets to darkness, is night. Other than that, I'd like to thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing. As you can see, when I start winding down, it comes on me, as y'all can see. So other than that, like I said, I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. Love y'all, appreciate love y'all. Hopefully most of y'all try to get into the solving information. But other than that, love you, and would like to say again, peace. Hold it down, Julia, Cass, and I guess Joanne to pull it off. Yep, she probably getting dinner ready. Love y'all, family, and we'll talk.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, love y'all, and we'll see each other soon.
Yes.
Good.
Peace.
Give me a call.
Oh, got you.
Okay. Bye.
Peace.
Take care.
Recording stopped.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do first. We're gonna say bye over here because we said bye to Zoom already. Now we're gonna say bye over here to Facebook. Burger Ali, I hope you got your answer and your information as well. Other than that, peace. Facebook. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna say bye to Instagram. Excuse me, y'all. See, I'm getting tired. Say bye to Instagram. Thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Peace. Getting tired, y'all. It's time for the Sabbath. We're gonna give me some rest. And over here on YouTube Live. I always save you for last. And for all you that's here, I thank y'all for coming. Spiff Fountain 1921, Soccer Kid 8, and Robert Craig. I see y'all still here. I thank you for coming. I gave you the information if y'all want to get with us on the Introduction to Sovereign Class Knowledge if you're interested. Other than that, man, it's coming down on me. I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Love y'all. Appreciate love you in always. Peace.